How many days does it take before you are 1 day old? How many days does it take before the day that you are 1 day old is in between that day and the day after? It takes 3 days before the day that you are born, that you are actually that you're actually 1 day old. The next thing I want to speak about is the clock. We all seem to base numbers on 0, okay, all the way to 9, or 1 all the way to 9. But to get to 1, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9. And then 9 back to 0 is 10. But you have not started, because if you were going to start at 1 or at 0, let's leave 0 out of this, okay? Because let's say 0 is in the center. I take a walk from the middle of the ocean and I go all the way to the shore. That time I was in the water counts, but not until I get to the shore does anything happen, and not till I get to inland have I actually done anything at all. So I had to make it from the water to the shore, from the shore to inland to make any kind of step at all. And once I get to the other side of the island, it's now 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is actually everything and nothing. 3, if you have 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're talking about diameter right now. If I measure from here and I go all the way to here, that's your diameter. If I take the wheel and spin it from here all the way to here, that's only half. So that means it takes twice the diameter in order to create the whole circle. 2 times the diameter will create the circle. Tell me if I'm wrong, I'm not a scientist, but I have to do this in layman terms, which is the way I see it. Now, that would be 2. A square or a diamond. Let me try and find something that is square or a diamond. I'll be close to it. Square. The diameter is from here. Isn't the diameter, is it the diameter the greatest point? Is diameter the greatest point, or is it from side to side? Give me the diameter. What's the diameter? What's the horizontal, vertical? What's the diameter? Is diameter not from here to here? Is diameter only measured in a circle? Is a question. Let's get to the clock now. The clock that has 12 hours. By the time you get from 12 to 3, that's 3 hours. The 1.5 in between, okay, or 90 minutes is 45 degrees. 45, 90 minutes, 45, 90 minutes. 180 minutes, or 180 equals half, is 90. So 180 equals to 1 to 9. Then 180 equals 180 minutes, again equals 1 to 9. 180 minutes equals 1 to 9, and 180 minutes equals 1 to 9. Why? Because it's 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 45 degrees, 45 degrees. It took 4 times 45 degrees to get 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes. 90 minutes to here, 90 minutes to here, 90 minutes to here, 90 minutes to here. 360 only took you halfway around. 720 takes you all the way around, and then you must go 45 and 45, another 90 and 90 minutes, because you have not begun until you finish the first quarter. So you need 360, which is 720, plus 90 and 90, 120 is equal to 540, the same number as the fox, the same number as the sun, and 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 29, which is February, which is the IT system. Okay, don't forget, nothing starts if I'm standing over here until I get to where you are, and to where you send it back to me. We have not communicated. If I spoke, you have heard. If you speak, I have heard. Now we've communicated. But if I speak, I communicate, you hear me. But if I don't hear you talk to me, we have not communicated. And until I speak to you and say, yes, I heard you, until you speak back to me and I say, yes, I heard you, we have not communicated. Me talking to you, you talking to me saying, yes, I heard, you saying, yes, I heard, that's communication. So if we have 12 on the clock, the reality of 12 is, because we must get back to this point? No. To get back to this point, this is 3 o'clock. That's the way we're looking at it. We're not going to look at the 24-hour clock now. We'll look at the 12-hour clock. Okay? Here to here is 3 hours. Okay? We get all the way to here, it's 12. The total of 12 hours. 1 and 2 is 3. So by coming back to here, we came back to the beginning, which is 3. We started, which is 3. 3 and 3 is now creation. 12 is 3, and this is what I believe, that in the English language, when they say 12, it is not 13. They did not add a teen onto it, because the teen for me is the second level, which says 13 is now 1 and 3. 1 and 3, between 1 and 3, where 2 is in the center. We forget about the first 45 minutes, because now we're going to go in the first 45 minutes. For the first 45 minutes, okay, is what? Should I use 45 minutes or 45 degrees? Yes, we'll use, yes, the first 45 minutes. The second 45 minutes, which is 90 minutes, brings us to 130. 90 degrees, okay, brings us over here. 90 degrees brings us to here. 90 degrees brings us to here. 90 degrees brings us back. What I am speaking about is 90 degrees and 90 minutes. Two different types of calculations for two different understandings, in which I'm not quite sure if I can explain to you how it works. All I'm giving you is how I can understand and see it. Okay, so when this turns, it is 2. This, no matter what happens, okay, now we're only going to work with 3. We're not going to work with 4. 2 needs to turn over twice before it can turn all around. 2 times 2 is 4. From here to here, turn it once, and then turn it twice, which will make the wheel become a linear. Oh, how long is the circle? Well, it becomes 1 linear. It's 1 foot. 1 foot, 12 inches, 12 o'clock. 1 hour per foot. Just for an understanding, if I sit down with someone who knows science, I can ask the right questions. They can answer me what they think, and then I'll recorrect or recalibrate the whole item of calculations for my realm of reality. 3 is the actual number. 4 is dash. Okay, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet. Alpha, Beta, Gimel, Lama. Is that what it is? What is the Greek? Let me. How do I do this? I need Greek for the 4th letter. Greek letters. Okay, I'm going to put the camera back up here. Greek letters. So the Greek letters is Aleph, Beit, Gamma, Delta. Now Delta is a wing, and Delta is an airline. We always must work off of more than one language. And since Greek Latin is one of the major languages, I like to work English, French, Greek. At the same time, I'd like to do every other language at the same time, but I just can't do it all at the same time without working. We do know that psi is a Y letter, okay? They design it as a Y letter, and it shows like 2 birds on each side where the eye is in the center. It has 2 wings, right? Everybody knows what half and half is. What is the representation of half? Isn't it number 5? But half is 2, and what divides everything is 1. 1 shares half and half. So we have alpha, beta, gamma, which is the female upside down, because it looks like the L letter upside down, and L in French means her. So we're keeping it at that. So now the actual last number in our number system is not 9. Okay? It is not 9. It is 12. To go all the way around, it's 12. You go all the way to 9. 10 brings you back to 1, 0, then to 1, 1 twice, then to 1, 2. Now you've gone all the way around. 12 is the number, not 9. 9 is the number in the face of a cube. 12 is a number in a circle. A linear run of reality is 12. We have 9 plus 3, which means we have gone all the way around and back to 3 o'clock. We are now 1 day old. Because if you don't go to 3 o'clock, if you don't go to tomorrow, well, tomorrow is all of tomorrow. It's not just when you get to your birthday, but if you're born at 8 o'clock on any given day, it is the 24 hours of that day. It is the day before that day that links up to the day after, and every single day is the day plus 6 hours. It is the day plus 4 hours. It is the day plus 3 hours, because everything is a piece and part, and it is 4. Why? Because like I mentioned, and here's the 2, it takes 2 of these, this one here and this one here. I roll this one over. Okay, we're going to watch it. See this? I'm going to roll it once. I'm going to roll it 2. I'm going to roll it 3. I'm going to roll at 4. How many times did this come to the corner? Look, at 2, I'm back at the other side. It's a reverse of the opposite side. Doesn't matter if you're here and I'm here. So there's more than a day inside of a day. There's 4 days inside of a day. If I start as a Rubik's Cube, you see, watch the orange dot. You see this orange dot? Here's 1 turn. See the orange, the blue? That's 1 turn. That's 2 turns. That's 3 turns. This is the 4th turn. You're back to where you begin. So the 4th turn brings you. Here we're going to go again. It's orange. You see this? Okay, turn it once, turn it twice, turn it 3 times, takes 4. But with 4, you have seen this side twice. 4 and 1 are together. The 14th letter is the letter N. The letter Z runs with the letter N. Z and N are the same letter. The 14th letter equals to 5. The Z is the 26th letter, equals to 8. 5 and 8 equals 8 times 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 equals 13, equals 53. 40, 0 equals 6, equals 59. E-I-E-I-O, because the 5 and the 9th letter go together. There's a lot of things to really look at. A and I are first and last, according to numbers, right, on the single scale. A, okay, A and F, right? A and F, 6 and 1 are the opposite on this cube, but it's a cube. It has 6 faces. It's not a linear line. It's not a wheel, okay? It's 6 sides where you go in this side and you pull the thread out that side, and then it's all the way around. It's 4 and it's 2. The 9 lives of the cat. F-I-V-E equals 42. N-I-N-E equals 42. N, take away the other N because there's 2 N's, is 14. 14 plus 28 is how the moon works. The sun is 54, okay? But Venus is 54 and 27. Each side is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 and 9, the opposite sides, is 18. 36 and 18, 54. So a day is not just 24 hours. We need a day to go to tomorrow, which means a day is a minimum of 48 hours. 4 and 8, 4 is half of 8, 8 is twice of 1, twice of 4. So a day is not 24 hours because the day is who you are. Man was made in 1 day. Boom. You need to go to the 2nd day in order to have man in between. And if man had to come home, you need a 3rd. I went to the center. I went to the shopping center. And from the shopping center, I came home. I arrived in 1 area. I left 1 area and I came back to an area. Doesn't matter if you duplicate that area. Every area has to count and partake in its own reality. I went to the shopping center. I'm at the center of everything. I went to the city. Everything, the Bible, I'm not into the Bible, but the Bible does explain to you. You see, this perfect world that we do live in for my own personal reality, and I just want to say thank you to Bob Hope. Yes, that neem oil, I'm not sure. I've been working on my diet for a long time, and I'm starting to feel better. I'm a little scared. I'm all alone in this, and I'm feeling I'm going to fall off the boat one day. But anyways, let's get back. So 1, right, 5, and 3 all have the one spirit inside. 2 does not have the spirit inside. 6 comes with the spirit. 6 comes with the spirit. 1, 6, 7 are together. The spirit of 76 is because 1 comes in 6, creating the only 7 that exists. 9 is your birth. Minus 2 is 7. Venus, inside birth, the month of February. February starts with an F. February, okay, is the bear. Why? Because the A is inside the R. The B has the E sound. B and E is 1 letter. A and R is 1 letter. Is 2 letters together. It says bear. B2, E5 equals to 7. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals 10 and 7. And in French, they take the J and the G and they make the sounds reversed. So that's 7. R is 18 and 1 is 19 and 7 is 26. B-E-A-R equals 26. Venus, Saturn. Saturn is 3 times Venus. Neptune is the opposite of Venus. He's holding the, what's it called? The water barrier. Water is what brings the energy, the electric. If we took away the electric in the air, can we get a shock? I'm shocked. I've been shocked. Chakras, shocked. Shaka shock. Big Shaq, Shaq shock. What number was Shaq? Shaquille O'Neal? Because I'm a believer in first come, first serve. I'm a believer, a big believer in psychology. What did you see in this picture? I don't know. Does it count? Everything you see and everything you say, you type in 3 letters on Google and it gives you words. What your mind is doing gives you realities. The same thing as it gives a computer reality, the same thing as these keyboards. The first, third, and fifth letter on this keyboard on the first, second, and third row says cat. The word the is in mother. The word the is in father. The word the is in brother, mother, father. But not in sister. Sister says Mars. Because the S is like a 5, the I is like a 1 or an A. It's a SAS, or at the same time, it's a 1. 515, 151, 74, 74, 77 are the numbers to Jesus Christ, and 77 is the number in the moon. Now, sister is funny because we have transsexuals, but we also have trans sisters, but we don't have trans brothers. We have transatlantic, the transatlantic pipeline, which a male usually has the pipe to run into the vine. But don't forget, I'm talking off the top of my head. I make things up from the reality I perceive, from the truth that was given to me in a world that we live. This is a dice cube. I didn't invent it. I didn't make it. I'm telling you what I see. I see a 4. If I had to put this over here and say this cube was bigger and it would be this, there would be 9. If I'd say this was over here and this would be equivalent to the same 9, there would be 9 per face. The interface of 2 sides is 9 and 9 is 18. I have 3 18s equaling to 54. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. 1, 2, 3 times 666. I don't know where my calculator is. 1, 2, 3 times 666, if I remember, was 81918. Ohio. As long as you have 9, you have the letter O automatically. As long as you have 1, you now have the letter H. 1 goes with H, and 9 goes with O, because 9 is the totality. 9 is all. Okay? 9 is all, but 12 on the clock, a circumference. 12, douze in French. Douze. Douze means 2. Why? Because when you have a shotgun, don't they call it a 12 gauge? Is that not? I mean, that's the way I have to relate to my vision in life, because this is what I began through this brain. This is my computer. So that's me. And 99 people can say no. But there will be one person holding a shotgun saying, I got a 12 gauge, or I have a single barrel, or I have a 6-shotter. Whatever it is, every item goes to its own levels. We have the index, we have the appendix, we have the glossary, we have the book. That when you open a book, you can look on the left page, you can look on the right page, but you don't have 2 pages. You have 4 pages because there's 2 sides to each page. You have the back side and the front side. You have an odd and an even. You have the odd to the left or the odd to the right, the even on the outside of the back side of the page. I'm on page number 23 on the left, but on the other side it's 22. To the right it's 24, on the back side it's 25. So I got 22 on this side, 23, 24, 25. So I have 22 and 25, 4 and 7. 2 that are in between. My nose, I'm one that sees both, but I only read one at a time. Do I speak too quick? If I speak too quick, do I say I'm sorry? Excuse me. The videos are long, very long. I make them up as I go. There's so much stuff that I have fallen behind with, even inside the moon cycle, even inside the bear cycle. October, November, December, and September. 3 M's. 13, 13, 13, 39. Now, remember this. If the cycle of everything is 3, and we end up at 12, 1 and 2 is 3, okay? 3 times 12 is 36. That's creation. We don't use 9 by 3 by 9 is 27. That's not creation. It's less than 10. We have to go 3 by 9, 27, plus 3 equals to 30, 0 equals 6, because we have to go, we need the spokes on the wheel. We need this to turn that wheel. This thing here, okay, turns 360 degrees. This thing here, if we turn this 360 degrees, if I take it out and I roll it, it'll roll forward 1 inch. But if I put it in here and turn it 360 degrees, this will roll 4 inches. So we have to understand the gearing system. Hold on, I have a phone call. Hello, George? Yes. It's my son Elroy? Hello, Elroy. How's Astro doing? Yes, yes. And his wife and his child. Elroy? The Jetsons. The system is flawed. Whoever made the system, it's flawed. And the reasons it's flawed is because what they need to work us with in the numbers is actually the truth of things we need to, of things we like. Three's Company, the Jetsons, MASH, Gilligan's Island, Who Shot Dallas, airplanes, dice cubes, casinos. All these are actually, while you're trying to bring us in one area, showing us one reality, the truth is we now need money. Now we're down. Now we're all mad and we're going against the system because they build us up towards one area. At the same time, it takes away. It's like a push me, pull me, this whole system. And it was made that way so that the codes, although they can be read by one side, will fall apart because the people will fall apart with it. Because the people are going to be shown an alternative. And in order to, you need to show the alternative to the people to give them reason to want to do what you want. You want the $1 million at the same time. Look what happens if you get the $1 million. So as you go up and you fall down, many people fall, many people fail because what they call the addictive dependence or ADHD syndrome. So they come up with new things all the time. It's just like the drug trade. Do you think they made drugs illegal because they're bad for you? No. They made drugs illegal so they can control the system, so they can actually make it harder, make you more nervous, and patrol. Like there's a cop in the corner, let's not make the deal. We need more police, we need more patrol to control. Because if we don't make enough things illegal, we won't need enough policemen on the street. We won't need enough policemen to say, these people are real bad, they're real bad. Anyways, I'm not explaining that part properly, but my pineal gland, wherever it is, Bob Hope, I'd like to know more. Anybody that thinks they can tell me something, tell me. I'm open. I'm open to listen to everything. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to heal myself. I am healing myself. I feel great, but that's what's scary. Can't smoke no weed. Doctor won't sign my papers. I want to get my license back, and I won't smoke weed now. I guess somehow in the system it showed me, Ronnie, you better stop smoking weed. Spend $100 on weed this year. But I got to stop smoking weed because I need to get my license. I show up at the, and I have to do tests. I showed up, this is way into the video, but I show up at the doctor 8 times. Once a month, every 5 weeks, I go and I do a test. Okay, I passed like 7 out of 8 or 9 tests, 7 out of 9, and the doctor says to me, how do I know you're not cheating the tests? I go, what? You told me to do this every single month. I said, nobody asked me to do it. I did it myself. I did it to prove to you. And then he says to me, what if you're cheating? I go to see the new doctor, psychiatry, and the doctor says, I don't know you well enough. Hey, you don't know me well enough. I go, you just had 10 years of information shift from the last psychiatry into this psychiatry. He said, how do I know you're only smoking 2 grams? It says here you're smoking 2 grams a week. I go, no. I says, that's 2 grams a month. That's not what the doctor marked. I says, here's a test I just took. The same month she said I'm smoking 2 grams a week. Here's a test. If I'm smoking 2 grams a week, how come I passed the test? Well, I can't do anything for you. How do I know you're not cheating? So the system needs me to fail. The system needs me to fall and needs me to say, yes, doctor, yes, doctor, yes, doctor. We're not allowed to ask questions. Oh my God, I'm going to ask a question. Oh my God. So now when I walk in with this, I go record, put it in my pocket. I walk out, I got my recording. Raphael, cat, okay, is the letter X. Dog is the letter Z. The total is 50. Look on the bottom part of your keyboard, right next to him on the left-hand side of the keyboard. ZX 50, AS 20, QW 40, 40, 60, 50, 110 stories of the Twin Tower fall down. Raphael, 7286, playing the accordion, and here's another clue. This whole thing, this, and this, clues. More ways that they put letters in here, clues, time clocks, the way bricks are put on a wall, the cement between the bricks, on the bottom of the bricks that raise the bricks. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really do. If anybody has somebody out there that has a good idea for my apartment, if we can forward this apartment, I'd need to forward this apartment. I'd like to put it in some sort of museum, whether it's worth it or not. I'm just telling you how I feel right now. And I need to make a little bit of money and step up a little bit. Step up. I need more paperwork done, more calculations by people. Has anybody ever seen this? This is the system. These are your two 90 minutes or 45-degree angles. Here's another 45. This is the V down. This is the V up. This is your vegan world. Life. Thank you for watching.